everybody, welcome back to my channel. So, if you heard that noise, I do apologise, it was the toilet, but I'm going to film a get ready with me kind of video. I haven't filmed one of these videos in a really long time. I did put a picture on my Instagram stories of the makeup that I had filmed the other day, but I didn't like the way I'd filmed it. I didn't like the way I was talking, or I don't know, I just didn't like it, so I thought I would just film a video for today. Just a little disclaimer, I would like to point out that my skin type is combination oily. I have a few dry patches, a bit of oil, but as I'm getting older, I'm going to be 28 this year, as I'm getting older my skin type is definitely changing and I am becoming a lot more of the normal to dry range. I do have a few blemishes and we have to honour our blemishes and cover them up with concealer, and my skin tone is, as you can see, really pale, so I have a really pale skin tone, so the products that I use might not suit some people, they might suit others. I've got one tester high-end foundation. I don't normally use high-end foundations unless it's for a special occasion. I usually use number 7, which I really like their foundations, but I got a sample of the Lancome, I think it's Tint Idol Ultra Wear. I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I've got an award ceremony at the end of the month and I wanted a foundation that will literally last for a good few hours so I don't have to keep topping it up, and the lady recommended this one, so I'm gonna try it on camera today and see what it's like. So I've done all my skincare prep, I'm all ready to go, so let's jump on into this video. So I'm going to start off by priming my skin, and I am using a number 7 product for this. I'm using the number 7 Airbrush Away primer, and it's the pore minimizing primer, and I absolutely love this primer, it is so good. And I'm just going to pop a little bit onto, oh it's coming out, just that little bit onto my hand. I rub it into my fingertips, not much, and I start in the centre of my face because I find that that's obviously where my pores are, but that's where I get most oil, so I start there and then just blend all the primer out like that. Okay, so that's the primer sorted. So then the next step is obviously the foundation. Now I'm going to be using 2 applicants to apply the foundation. I'm going to be using a Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm going to be using a beauty blender type sponge that I got from Superdrug. So I put the foundation on with this first, but I find that I get brush strokes of the foundation. I don't know if anybody else gets that. So then I go in with the beauty blender, damp, or I use mine damp, and then I just blend it out so it looks a little bit more natural. So I got colour matched yesterday for this foundation, and I got a little sample which is just here, so I'm going to pop a little bit onto my Real Techniques brush. Oh, I'll start off with that and then I'm going to dot it, smells nice, onto my skin, and I'm going to use my little handheld mirror which is just here to just blend it in so I can actually see what I'm doing. And I'm sorry about the lighting. We did have sun, I'm trying to use natural daylight today, and I did have some sun, but now it seems to have gone in, so there might be some shadow, so I'm really sorry about that. So I'm just going to go and buff this in now. I'm going to then move on to my beauty blender, and any brush strokes that I can see I will blend it in with the beauty blender, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I didn't need to use this beauty blender to blend it in. I don't know, you might, the sun's coming out now, which is typical, but that's a really good coverage, and I literally used hardly any, and I'm really happy with that. Oh no, see, now the sun's come out and gone back in, out, in, out. Now the sun's come out, I can just see a few little brush strokes that I want to get rid of. But wow, that's such a nice, like, such a nice coverage. I really like that. And you can build it, so you can make it as light. So I've got an itch. You can make it as light or as full coverage as you wanted. So next I'm going to be moving on to a concealer that I absolutely love, and this is High Street or drugstore. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer by Collection, and I absolutely love this concealer. But this foundation has done so good with covering everything that I don't need a lot. I just want to cover just a few of the darkness under my eyes, a little bit. Oh, not a lot though, only a little bit. And then I've just got, I can see a couple of, wow, I don't even hardly need to cover any blemishes up. That's amazing. So I'm going to use this little eyeshadow brush that I use for concealer that I got from H&M to just blend in the concealer, and using my little handheld mirror to see what I'm doing. So the concealer has left a few brush strokes, so I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender and just dab that in. Oh, and I forgot, I've got you and I've got you. I get spots on my neck and it's so irritating. It's like the main place I get spots. I don't really get spots on my face anymore, but on my neck I get loads. Also, I have a coffee, so I'm just going to have a sip, not drip, a sip. This is the Pips Studio teacup and saucer that I got as a leaving present when I left my 2 jobs ago. Still in the same industry, but just a different employer. Oh, I do love coffee, it just makes me really happy. Right, so now that's done, I'm going to just let the foundation and the concealer just kind of soak up, dry, excuse me, as it were. I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. So my eyebrows, I've got this little dual-ended brush here. I don't remember where I got this from, can't remember, but you've got a little spoolie on the end, and then on the other end you've got an angled flat brush. So the product that I use for that is the NYX Tame and Frame Eyebrow Pomade. So I get a little bit, and I need more of this, but there's still some left, so I'll just use what I have. And I get a little bit on the end. I don't use a lot because I feel like if you need to build your eyebrows, you can build them. And then I start from the inner corner here, so I'm going to do them, and then while I'm editing, hopefully I can film it. Then I go in with this and I brush it out. Then I get a little bit more and I do exactly the same on the other side. Now, I never apply brow product right at the corners because I quite like it when they look a bit, oh, what's the word? Ombre effect. So how I get that ombre effect look on my brows, I start here and then I can blend the product out and it just makes them look a little bit more natural. And I brush them out. I brush them out quite a lot because I want them to look natural as opposed to, you know, prominent. So that is my brows done. The next thing I'm going to move on to is blusher. And the blusher that I use is by No. 7. Oh, there's my camera. Oh, can you see me? Oh no, you can't, but there's my camera. And the colour that I use sorry, is Maple, and this was actually my colour in No. 7 is Calico, and this bronzer is in that range, so they match you and give you your colour in blusher and bronzer and lipstick, which is really cool. So then I just kind of start at the top and I just bronze up my face like that. I always tap off the excess because otherwise I have a massive orange line over my head and around my face. So, and I also try and do like natural contour with this, but it's quite hard to see because it's quite a light, it's not a very dark bronzer. It's only give you like a bit more of a 3D effect. effect. I should use my mirror really because I can't actually see what I'm doing. Then I'm moving on to blusher, which is again by number 7, and this colour is Peach Velvet, and again it is part of my skin tone range, which is Calico, and I'm going to start just here and work down, so on the apples of the cheeks, but not too heavy. Just give yourself a little bit of colour. Hopefully you can see that. I'm really sorry if you can't, but I like my skin to look natural. I never used to. I used to be really really self-conscious of my skin quite badly, but I'm getting a lot better, so that's good. I'm then going to move on to this amazing powder that I discovered, well, my friend told me about. It's by Bourjois, and it's this, oh please focus, it is this powder just here. It comes in a little green pot like this, but the powder is almost got a little like highlighty effect to it. It's got like little shiny dust particles in it, which makes it look really pretty. So I tap off the excess, I put it on a Body Shop, I think this is a highlighting brush, I don't know, but I put it under my eyes just to set my under eye concealer, and it just gives your skin that, it takes away shine, but it also gives your skin a lovely little natural glow as well, so that's always good. So I've just popped that under my eyes. So now I'm going to move on to eyeshadow, and my eyeshadow, I use the NYX Ultimate Blends palette, and this is Palette Ombre, so I'll just show you the colours. Aren't they beautiful? They're so nice. So I'll link all the products down below so you know what the prices are. I'm going to start off with this colour just here. It's like a uniform shade, and I'm going to pop that all over the lid. Okay, so once I've done the base, the main eyeshadow, I'm then going to take, this is my Naked 3 brush, so I don't use the brushes for the correct things, and I'm going to be taking this brown colour just here. So I take a good amount on my little brush. These eyeshadows are really pigmented, so make sure you tap off the excess and really blend it in, because you do get a lot of product. And where I'm going to put this is in the crease of my eyelid, just to give it that bit more definition. So I'm going to run this over here, and then I'm going to take back this blending brush here. Now I think this is it's a Revolution eyeshadow. I think it's an eyeshadow brush, I'm not too sure, but I use it for eyeshadow. And then I'm going to blend that brown in. I then take the thinner end of this Naked 3 brush, and I take that brown again, and I pack it onto the brush, tap off the excess, and this I put under my lower lash line. So I just put that under here, just to give it a bit more definition. And like that. And I take the blending brush, and now you can use your, sometimes I use my fingers if I'm in a rush. So that's the eyeshadow of that eye done. Now I'm going to move on to this eye, and I'll be right back once I've done it. Cool. I think that's zoomed in enough, hopefully. Well, now I've done both eyes with the eyeshadow only, so this is what the eyeshadow looks like. So now I'm going to be putting on some eyeliner, and I really love brown eyeliner. I've had this eyeliner for absolute ages. It's by, I think it's by Miss Sporty, but the name's rubbed off and I can't see it now, so I'm just going to pop this on my tight line and waterline. Okay, so that's my eyeliner done. Now it's on to mascara, so I'm going to curl my eyelashes first, and I think these are from Makeup Revolution, so I'm going to curl my eyelashes to start off with. So I get hold of them like this, gently, and then I flip. This is very attractive, isn't it? I flip it up like this. Then moving on to eye mascara, I use the number 7 Dramatic Lift mascara, and I just put that on my top lashes. So my camera looks like it's about to die again, so I'm gonna pop my mascara on and then I'll be right back just to finish off my lips, which is something really simple. So I'll just do my mascara and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I've done my mascara. I haven't put any false eyelashes on. I've literally just put mascara on. So this is the finished eye makeup look. And then for lips, because I like to keep it quite natural and simple, oh, this is the other high-end product, but I've literally had this for, I can't remember when I bought it, but it's the Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector, and it's a really, really nice gloss. I really like it. So I just pop that on my lips, and it's kind of like a nudie kind of colour, and it smells of biscuits. And that is my finished makeup look. So it's just, I'd probably call it natural glam, so there's nothing too like manic about it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you'd like to see any more different makeup tutorials or anything like that, then leave it in the comment section down below, and I will see you at some point in the near future. Bye!